here. The finalists for the Ultimate Fighter. There's not a lot of footage on both guys. You can find one or two things on YouTube, but they do fight similar. They both have a football background, so a lot of their takedowns look more like tackles. That's what you said earlier.
Yeah.
They look more like tackles than the typical takedowns that you normally see from wrestlers. But they are both very strong and powerful guys. More so Usman. This dude is a tank.
The thing is with Mohammed Usman, I'm not seeing a lot of MMA training with him. I'm seeing a lot of football, more athletic type training. That kind of worries me.
With all that muscle and all that size, you got to think about it. It ain't about just being strong. It's about how can you keep your endurance for 3 rounds. And when you have a lot of muscle, you have to feed oxygen and blood into those muscles in order to get the most optimization out of your movement and your ability to have cardio.
And not only that, but you can see it in his striking too. His hands are kind of slow. He's kind of winging, looping punches.
And it becomes labored.
Yeah, and telegraphed. And
what's concerning is when you're throwing those wide looping punches and you're missing, you can get caught when you fighting the heavyweight. All it takes for you to swing and be off balance and get hit one time and that's game over. And he's been dropped in a few fights.
Kamaru Usman, he had a wrestling background. Muhammad doesn't really have a wrestling background like Kamaru Usman. So his technique got to be on point. His striking has to be on point.
Now, as far as the good things, there is a good jab. He does seem to get better with each fight. That is one thing I will say. Every fight, you will see that if you had certain things about his fight game that you kind of weren't high on, you'll see that from fight to fight, it does get better. So that's a good thing. He's improving, ultimately, is what I'm saying. Now, if we got Zach Pauga on the other side here, I don't want to say exactly, he fights almost like Mohammed, but just a little bit more cleaner. The only thing is, if you look at the record, you see 5 wins, 1 KO, and 4 decisions. He is very comfortable with just kind of staying behind the jab and kind of pumping out a right hand here and there, overhand, maybe uppercut, or just controlling you if he can, because he's a very big and strong guy. Now, he was fighting at 205. He went up to heavyweight so he could compete on this season of the Ultimate Fighter, but he is a 205.
I hate to see guys who are light heavyweight going up to heavyweight. You giving up about 30 or 40 pounds.
Yeah, that is a lot.
I saw one of Zach's fights against Terrence. He got dropped with a jab, but he was able to come back and win the fight. So he's extremely durable. He has a bunch of heart.
That is one thing I will say. Him and Muhammad have been dropped and have been able to come back and win, because Muhammad got dropped on the Ultimate Fighter and came back and won that fight. But I would say Zach is probably a little bit more cleaner, but he's a little bit more passive. He likes to keep the fight at his pace.
That's not a bad thing.
It ain't a bad thing, but when you fight at a certain level, people are not going to fight at your pace. They're trying to win as well. I can see both guys winning. I can see either guy winning. I do see that Zach is 34. Muhammad is
33.
Oh, Lord. I didn't know he was... I thought he had...
Yeah, I thought he was a little younger. That he's a year younger than Kamaru. The one thing that stands out with Zach is he trains with Curtis and Alistair Overeem.
They're heavyweights.
Yeah, so that's one thing that stands out. I hate to say this, but that's why I might give the edge to Zach in this fight.
Because Curtis is the top 5 heavyweight right now.
Yeah, you don't go from training with Curtis to losing to Muhammad. I hate to say that, but that's 2 different levels.
If you can hang with Curtis and Overeem in any capacity, you should be able to hang with Muhammad. Now, I know Muhammad was training with Francis a little bit, but that was like 2 years ago, and his striking even today can't hang with Francis. So I can't imagine how it would, in 2 years ago, what it was doing.
And the thing is with Muhammad had so much talent and potential, but he's not quite there yet. What Zach is now, I don't think Muhammad is at that level right now. But maybe a year from now, maybe he can compete with somebody like Zach, but I don't think he's there like right now.
What's your ultimate prediction going to be for the fight?
Honestly, I think it's going to be a boring fight, to be honest with you. Neither one of them really take chances. They both stay on the outside. They both throw looping right hands that never land. But the thing is, I'm going to go with Zach because of the experience.
Yeah, well, I mean, he got less fights, so the more experience actually is probably for Muhammad. I know it sounds crazy. It's just the way that Muhammad fights. He fights like he ain't got that much experience. It's just he don't look as clean when he fight.
Another thing is with Muhammad, his fights on the Ultimate Fighter, I don't think he won either one of those fights. To be honest with you, they were extremely close. and he keeps edging these wins, these close wins. I don't think he's going to be able to do that with Zach, because he don't really have a definitive way to win.
Yeah, like not really a knockout artist, not really a submission guy. He has some TKOs and submissions on his record, but that's more so early in the career.
And Zach, he's not the most exciting fighter, but he can put together a game plan.
And he can stick to it for 3 rounds and win a boring fight. That's his specialty. That's how he wins. I do like Mohammed. I like his personality. I actually like both guys. I like to see both do well. But if I got to make a final prediction, I can see Zach edging it out. But Usman is cool. He does seem to have a good personality. He's a hard worker. And I do like that. And like I said, he is improving from fight to fight. The thing is, I don't know if Zach is improving. I think Zach is kind of good enough for what he does.
Maybe he's at his peak right now.
And again, I see Usman getting better with each fight. So I'm going to pick Usman just
but
because.
I agree with what you're saying, but I think Zach is better. I think Mohammed has a higher ceiling, but I think Zach is better than them now.
Right now. But the Ultimate Fighter was a few months ago. You got to think about the fact that it was filmed and then now it's.
But it'd be nice to see both of the brothers win Ultimate Fighter. That'd be real nice.
That would be cool because his brother did win it for season 21. So I'm going with Usman here.
Yeah, I'm going with Zach.